Dog Culture is a War on Humanity documentary shout out part 2. So have a look at this documentary right here and compare it to how dog culture is pushed, protected, and allowed to pretty much do whatever it wants in our society. So let's have a look at this little part from the documentary.
Normally not tolerate.
Right? Oh, well, we're in a time of war, so we have to read your emails and we have to spy on what you're doing and make sure that the enemy hasn't infiltrated, our midst. The reason that most people go along with that, albeit, with some grumbling, is because they have been told we're at war. We're at war with terrorists who would want to blow up airplanes and want to hurt you, and etc. So you've got to sacrifice some of your liberty for the security that we, the government, offers.
Well, this is an example of the U.S. government creating problems that it has the appearance then of solving.
Yep. So the US government creates problems in our society with dogs. Senior citizens being killed, little kids being killed, postal workers being killed, Uber drivers being killed, or maimed or otherwise having extreme loss of life, or other terrible atrocities happening to them because dogs attack them and remove their life and liberty and freedom of movement from them. And then the government comes in and they say, well, give a bunch of money to this dog rescue organization. Well, we'll raise your property taxes a little bit and we'll handle all these stray dogs that are killing your people. The government creates a problem by promoting dog culture, and then they expect you to pay more and more taxes. They expect you to do more and more things that take away your civil liberties for the sake of dogs. Dogs that kill you, maim you, tear up your senior citizens, tear up your little kids. So let's go back in the documentary a little bit and look at something that somebody says.
It expropriates its subjects' wealth by compulsory taxation.
So why are they taxing us at all? That's a good question. I think it goes back to the idea of taxes as a tool of compliance and terror.
A budget is you planning ahead, and taxes is a method of procuring funds. So a budget means I sat down, I thought out my enterprise, it accounts for about this much. This is what I need over this period of time to account for operations. When you have a method of procuring your budget by just yanking more, you get to use ignorant excuses like, well, we're not succeeding, so we need more money.
Yep. We are not succeeding, so we need more money. Every year, if you look back decades ago, these dog attacks in our neighborhoods, they get worse and worse and worse and worse. We have dog attacks on freaking airplanes, on freaking bus stops, school grounds, restaurants. People that are coerced into adopting dogs, the dogs are in their homes killing their little kids and their grandparents. Okay? But they say, oh, give us more money and we'll solve the problem of all these terrible dogs that are not being taken care of. We're going to fix them. We're going to help you put more dogs in your home. But guess what? The dogs kill more and more and more people every freaking year. So when they raise your taxes, when they ask for more from you, when they fund more and more 501c3 tax shelter, quote unquote, charitable organizations that propagate dog culture, they're just taking more and more of your resources to put more and more dogs in more of your homes. And then at the end of the fiscal year, when dog attacks are up, when stray dogs are up, they can say, oh, gee willikers, golly gee willikers, we weren't able to fix the problem of all these dogs killing your toddlers, all these stray dogs killing your pet dogs. So, hey, give us more frickin' tax money. Because they don't budget. They just work on this taxing thing. It's like this guy mentions, squandering Hopefully you guys can see that. Link will be in the description. Squandering your money further. Yup.
That's not a correlation. Maybe these people are incompetent and they're squandering your money for, it doesn't make sense when you start breaking all the things down.
No, it does not make sense at all when you start breaking things down. All of your mayors, your police officers, your county commissioners, your humane society workers, all of the dog trainers that are living in your community, they tell you all this stuff about, oh yeah, own a dog, everything's going to be perfect. It's going to help you with your PTSD. It's going to help you with obesity, diabetes. It's going to smell your freaking seizures, blah, blah, blah. That's all a bunch of lies. Lies, 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 lies. Let me go off on a little bit of a tangent right here, but dog culture is nothing but a bunch of lies. And the first casualty of war is truth. If they tell you a bunch of lies about dog ownership, well, they can force you to own dogs, and then they can start a war and make you the enemy, or the dog the enemy, or the dog owner or the person that doesn't want to own dogs the enemy. And it's all a bunch of propaganda.
The corporations don't pay taxes. Business.
So, have a look at this documentary, The Monopoly on Violence. So, dog culture is a monopoly on violence. Because you are not allowed to use violence to defend yourself, your grandmother, your grandfather, your child. You're not allowed to use violence to defend yourself against dogs. But dogs are allowed to use violence to kill you. Dog owners are allowed to use violence to exact retribution on you. But the government will not allow you to use violence to defend yourself when a pit bull freaking attacks you. You're supposed to just call the cops and sit back and shove your thumb up your ass and shove your other thumb in your mouth while you sit there and allow yourself to bleed to death while you're waiting for animal control, the government, whatever else, to come save you from these dogs that kill you. So this has been Monopoly on Violence, documentary shout out part 2, and how dog culture is a war on humanity, a taxpayer-funded war on humanity, a government-funded war on humanity. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next one.